A Joe Burrow deal gets done when it gets done. Mike Petraglia inside the Indiana Convention Center here in downtown Indianapolis, where the 2023 NFL Combine process is officially underway. Here on Tuesday, NFL head coaches and general managers spoke at the podiums behind me, including podium number 3 right behind my back. And it was Duke Tobin, the director of player personnel for the Bengals, speaking along with Zach Taylor. Duke Tobin, of course, was asked about the Joe Burrow contract extension situation, and he said a contract deal with Joe Burrow gets done when it gets done. Really, the important takeaway here on Tuesday was that both sides are optimistic that a deal will indeed get done. It's just a matter of timing and working out the details. Good news for Bengals fans is that Duke Tobin acknowledged to the media here that he has a good idea of what a finalized deal will look like and how the Bengals will have to move forward in terms of salary cap ramifications. As for the rumors swirling around one T. Higgins, been all over the place, of course, if you've been paying attention in the months since the Bengals season ended in Kansas City. Duke Tobin said, I am not in the business of making other NFL teams better. I'm in the business of making the Bengals better. I think it's kind of ridiculous that the trade rumors have swirled, he said, paraphrasing Duke Tobin here on Tuesday. In other words, T. Higgins isn't going anywhere. That's according to Duke Tobin. And Zach Taylor called the rumors kind of ridiculous at this point. Nonsense. As a matter of fact, is what Zach Taylor called the rumors of T. Higgins on the trading block, at least in the rumor mill around the NFL. A lot of other teams would love to have T. Higgins. Of course, New England Patriots right at the top of that list. Chicago Bears as well. But according to Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor, the head coach, T. Higgins isn't going anywhere. Of course, T. Higgins has one more year left on his rookie deal. Then perhaps the Bengals explore a contract extension. Certainly, Duke Tobin said the team was willing to have those discussions as the contract situation develops. But right now, Duke Tobin said that T. Higgins isn't going anywhere. Now, as far as the situation with running back Joe Mixon, that is a little more cloudy. Certainly, the understanding is that the team would certainly like to restructure Joe Mixon's $12 million cap hit for the 2023 NFL season. A restructured deal seems to be the only way Joe Mixon comes back and avoids being a salary cap casualty. We'll see how that plays out, but both Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor said Joe Mixon certainly has a lot of explosive plays left in them. Would they like to see more explosive plays in the running game? Absolutely. But both of those parties, Taylor and Tobin, acknowledging as much here on Tuesday. But in terms of Joe Mixon's future with the Bengals, you kind of have to read between the lines in terms of what the Bengals will do at the running back position. Certainly, if a running back of high value and quality falls in their lap here in the NFL draft, maybe in the first round at number 28 or even further on down the line, the Bengals certainly are open to exploring that possibility. In terms of other positions, tight end is another situation where the Bengals would love to address the need should Hayden Hurst leave in free agency. Duke Tobin said Hayden Hurst gave the Bengals exactly what they were looking for when they signed him about a year ago at this time, of course, in free agency. The Bengals would like to have Hayden Hurst back, but if the numbers don't work out, obviously the Bengals have to explore their options in the draft. In terms of roster building, I asked Duke Tobin in terms of building through free agency, would the team be open to that? He acknowledged that, look, this is a situation where we want to keep our own players at this point. We're not looking to really build externally. We want to keep the players we already are familiar with and build the roster that way by extending our own, which is why, go back to T. Higgins and eventually Jamar Chase and obviously Joe Burrow, the Bengals love the core of the players that they have on the roster right now. They want to keep it that way. We'll have you covered throughout NFL Combine Week here in downtown Indianapolis. The workouts don't begin until Thursday inside Lucas Oil Stadium right across the street from the convention center. We'll have you covered on clnsmedia.com. Of course, follow me on Twitter at Trags, Trags, and of course on YouTube at the Jungle Roar Podcast YouTube channel. Want to hear all of your comments as always, good, bad, and indifferent. Inside the Convention Center in downtown Indianapolis, Mike Petraglia, CLNS Media.